So today we're going to talk about energy. And actually while I was doing this, or wanted to do this video, I was like setting up the camera on the tripod, and then I was like putting on some lights. Like I even put some lights here that like the background looks nice and whatever. But I just started to realize that it kind of like kills my energy to like try to like make it all perfect and to make it all like, like put all the lights and everything well, and it just kills my energy. And it's funny because what I wanted to talk about today is that everything is energy. Like everything is related to how I'm feeling inside of myself is like how I'm going to be perceived by the world and how the things outside in the world are going to go. And I have a couple of really interesting examples that I want to share today. So I am in Buenos Aires, as I shared in this other video, right now for a couple of months. And honestly, I just came here. I don't really know anyone other than like a friend from Switzerland who is also kind of like by coincidence also here. And so I want to meet people, and honestly, I want to meet some women. And I did check up some girls that I saw walking around or just like in some cafe or whatever that I just found interesting. But what I realized is that my energy isn't that much on point. And I mean, I've done that before. I've talked to women. I've talked to a lot of people in general. Like I'm not like I don't have a problem like talking to people, but then I still do notice how my energy affects the way that I am being perceived by these women or just people in general. And today I had a really interesting experience because I realized I was talking to a girl, and there was really like the energy wasn't really there. And it's just funny because I know how that feels in my body and in the conversation when I feel like there's a connection happening. And I also know when there isn't. And it's not always easy to really like find out how can I change that, how can I actually change my energy, because that's what really matters. Like how can I change my energy so it's a great experience for both people. And that could be in any context. That could be in a job interview. It could be when I'm talking to someone in a coffee, when I'm having like a sales call with a potential new client, or whatever, like when I'm talking with friends. And I'm just so fascinated by this thing about energy. Like I started to realize this whole idea of like energy, and that energy affects a lot my like my interaction with the world. When I first got to know a coach, which is called Brian Bajan, he talks a lot about releasing an energy and dating and many different things. But one thing I really got from him is that anything outside in the world just basically depends on my energy. It depends on how I feel. And it's how I feel that's going to create my experience. Same with like coaching clients. Like this year or last year, I had a period where I just signed up a lot of new coaching clients within like a very short amount of time, and it all got to do with my energy. And then for quite some months I didn't sign up anyone, and it's just interesting because it all has to do with energy. And I guess what I want to say today is that there was this other experience which even brought me to here, which was that I was talking to this other girl and suddenly realized, oh, actually my energy is now on point and there's a connection happening and I'm feeling great and she's feeling great, and it's in a more awesome moment. And this really all has to do with the energy. Like there is nothing other than that. There wasn't really that much difference in between those two interactions that I was talking about, other than the energy that was there. And so I'm super fascinated about this fact that how I am feeling inside of myself is really going to massively affect how everything on the outside is going to go. And so maybe that's for you to like inquire yourself, like what's going on with your energy? Like, is your energy on point? Is your energy really not on point? How are you feeling, and what is going on inside of your system, like inside of yourself? Like what's going on, what's happening in you? Like how do you feel? How is your body? Like do you feel like you have your shoulders relaxed? Do you breathe deeply or do you breathe shallowly? And there's all these kinds of things that can help you to connect to how you're feeling and start to change how you're feeling. Like, honestly, this is the most difficult thing, and sometimes it's also the most easy thing to change how you feel, because sometimes you just need to be aware of the fact that you're not really, that your energy is not on point, and just the realization is going to shift something. And sometimes you realize it and it's not going to shift anything. So it's like, I honestly believe there's no one way to do this right, but to be aware that the energy is going to affect a lot of what's happening on the outside. I think that's a very important message that I wanted to bring across with today's video. And also I wanted to do it in this a bit more freestyle, spontaneous style, because in the past I've been doing a lot of videos like with my professional camera and everything set up, and what I started to realize is that when I have a spark of energy, when I have a spark of an idea I wanted to share, then I want to share that idea out of the moment, out of the energy of it. But if I'm not sharing it from the energy, then the energy gets lost. Because, for example, when I use my professional camera, then I have to set up the camera, I have to set up the lights, I have to set up the professional microphone, that I have to like connect it to the camera, I have to make sure that everything is working right, and all these things, and by the end of it, the energy is gone, and I'm like, oh, now I have to like start recording and whatever, and it's just not fun, you know? So I'm currently trying out a bit of a new approach to all that, because I feel like the energy, like, you know, speaking from the energy to me is more important than having like a perfect lookout. And yeah, so I'm gonna try this out for some time. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this new approach, and just generally like, yeah, how you like these kind of new kinds of videos. And yeah, if you got some value out of this video, I would appreciate you hitting the like button. And yeah, share your experiences about energy and like changes in energy, and how the world is kind of like, like not changing, but like how the world is responding to your energy, and like how you have a different world, like you experience different things in the world outside when you have a different energy. Let me know what your experience is with that. I would be very curious to read about that in the comments. And yeah, I hope you got value out of this. Have a great day, and if you like these videos, maybe you want to subscribe and join this community of people that are interested in this kind of topic. Okay, so I wish you a great day. Bye.